Another brick fan here with a Friends Polybag. This is Friendship Flowers. This is set 30634. It was released in January 2023. It has 84 pieces, no minifigures, and cost about $5 when it was released. I believe this is the second Flowers type build that we've gotten from the Friends series, and once again I am very impressed with the way they build these flowers in so many different ways, and they look really good. So let's go ahead and get this built, and then we'll take a look at the finished set. Here we have the finished flowers set, and as you can see, the stems of all these are the same. So they're using these what I call candle pieces. They also remind me of the pieces you used to get with the Battleship game. Anyway, these are used with a little post, and there's a hole on top so to build the stem, and then there's a leaf piece here which is just clipped on there. They use a little rod to do that, and then the kind of lime green cone piece. Now, there are three different flowers, so this is obviously the yellow one with a pale yellow, the kind of normal yellow, and then there's some cheese wedges in there at different angles to give kind of more texture to that flower, which turned out kind of nicely. It looks a little bit like a tulip, maybe. I'm not a botanist or anything, so I don't know these flowers all that well. Now, you can fit all three, as I showed you at the beginning, inside this container. But you have to have at least two in there, otherwise it's just going to offset it and it's going to fall on you. So let's go ahead and take a look at this big orange flower here, and that can be opened up like this with just these wedge pieces with the clips on it. I think they did a good choice with that kind of light brown for that spiral piece in the middle there, and then the yellow here. The stem is the same as I mentioned on all three flowers, so that looks really nice, and you can kind of close it up a little bit and make it look, you know, in different ways depending on how you want your flower to look, which I thought was kind of cool. The third flower kind of looks also like a tulip, so these two are similar, yet this one has the kind of rounded piece, the dome piece inside. It has this kind of light pink or flesh color here on the sides, and then the darker pink around the outside, so that it's kind of built very similar with just some slight differences to give it that slightly different look. Then the container here, maybe you noticed during the build, is just a round 4x4 plate down here on the bottom. They're using this kind of teal colored column pieces, so it's all hollow inside, and then another ring here around here with the quarter rounds with the quarter angles here to leave that open. And like I said, you can absolutely fit all three of these in there and provide a little flower display, a little display of your bouquet of flowers. So overall, a very nice little build. On to the value of this. This is 84 pieces, which is quite a few pieces, getting it around, I don't know, 6-7 cents per piece, which is a good value since I use 10 cents kind of as my starting point. I think it makes for a nice little display and kind of feels springtime-ish to me. And you can pair that up with a couple other flower with it. There's certainly one other flower set that I got from Friends. I'll put a link up here. You can take a look at that review if you'd like. Overall, just a really nice little display polybag. So I hope you've enjoyed my thoughts on this little polybag set. I'm going to get started on my next video. And until then, happy building. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and subscribe to see more of my LEGO reviews. I've left a link to my Polybag review playlist up here on the screen.